Mr. Mayor, I commend Councillor Coombs for bringing this forward. I looked at some of the recommendations that she's made. One of them, and this will come as probably a great surprise to my colleagues around the table, with number 3, send letters to the UNSM requesting public support. Next time round, you might as well send a letter to Santa Claus. These guys are ineffective. These guys have nothing to do with equalization for here or for anywhere else in the province of Nova Scotia. They have rubber teeth. They're not there. It's a waste of time to send anything, and I've lived through this. Councillor MacLeod has lived through this. Councillor Prince, who's on the board up there with these guys. They're totally ineffective for our cause. Totally. The pickets that the group, Father Maroon's group, is putting together, they're not picketing the 2 guys that have a direct involvement or input in a solution for the financial woes of the CBRM and all the other 44 plus units that are being shortchanged by the government in the province of Nova Scotia. That is 2 cabinet ministers, both of them here on Cape Breton Island, who are abysmal failures with this file. They're doing nothing on this file. I had a guy sitting 2 rows or 2 seats away in Minister Mumbercat who has all the information on this that we have. The Dr. Wade Locke report, all the input in the world. He sat here and listened, and he endorsed Councillor MacLeod to go, along with some colleagues, to the other councils. He knows this file as well as any elected person in the province of Nova Scotia, and he chooses to do nothing. And his colleague out the road in Glace Bay, who's a very powerful cabinet minister in Glace Bay for the whole province of Nova Scotia, has, by his inaction, turned his back on this part of the world and other municipal units across the province of Nova Scotia. It's a fact. Now, sending a letter to an MLA, that's fine. You can send the letter, and that's part of the process, and I endorse that, and I will support that. But my expectations of sending a letter to an MLA, especially these 2 MLAs who have chosen to turn their backs on us, is pretty well useless. It's like sending a letter to Santa Claus. There's 2 distinct levels here. The solution to this problem is, and everybody recognizes it now, after the plight of councils in the past, the solution is a political solution. Mr. Mayor, people power and leadership will solve this issue or contribute to a solution. There's a role for this council to complement the Father Maroon group. We're political people and we represent people. It's time for us to do our part, and we're doing it by starting here tonight with this. But, Mr. Mayor, there's a role for you as the Chief Magistrate of the CBRM, as the leader of this council. There's a real burning need for you to champion this cause, and more so that you're looking to be the leader of one of the 3 political parties in Nova Scotia. People across this province are listening to you as you're shilling for their support to be the leader of that party. They will listen to you if you're shilling for the people of 44 units in the province of Nova Scotia and showing them and explaining to them by championing this cause. The other parties won't like you doing that. But we need you at this time to show leadership and to lead this cause of this council in that regard. And I'll go so far, Mr. Mayor, I'll help you. I will help you. And you don't even have to ask me. I will help you. But, Mr. Mayor, the 2 things we can bring to this issue are people power, as Councillor Brookswager. We have to wake up the people. They understand, or if they don't, we've got to make them and assure them that we're on their side, and leadership will carry the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.